Texas A&M University has seen many changes since its humble origins as a small agricultural and mechanical school in 1876. The original 2,416 acres were mostly wild and barren land. Yet looking around, you would never guess the college is 139 years old, as state-of-the-art facilities extend as far as the eye can see. However, nestled in the historic core of campus is a building that has withstood the test of time. One cannot miss the buff-colored four-story building decorated with vibrant blue Mexican tiles, a stark contrast to the tan brick prevalent across campus. Or perhaps what leaves a greater impression? Adorned on the side of the building are intricate buffalo and horse heads carved into cast stone. Their eyes seemingly follow you, watching your every move. This building serves not only as a memorial to the pioneer livestock men of Texas, but as a testament to the college's dedication to the agricultural and animal sciences. As of 2015, there are over 200 buildings on Texas A&M's College Station campus, but the Animal Industries building stands strong as not just one of the most architecturally beautiful ones, but as one of significant value, honoring not only A&M's roots, but an industry on which the state of Texas was built. Agriculture as a way of life in Texas can be traced to Cortez when he realized its necessity for the survival of his colonies in Mexico. Since then, the development of these small holdings have led to some of the largest and most profitable ranches in America, and much of their success can be attributed to Texas A&M's innovative style of feed production developed at their experiment station in West Texas. The original idea for a memorial to these men was to erect a statue. However, noting that the Dairy Husbandry Department was at the time located in the Civil Engineering Building, the building accommodating the Department of Agricultural Engineering was a fire trap, Animal Husbandry was currently utilizing the area underneath the Judging Pavilion for class instruction, an area originally intended to be used as animal stalls, and equipment loaned by the state amounting to $30,000 was stored in a condemned wooden shed. Dean Kyle of the School of Agriculture petitioned A&M President Walton for a new building. His report noted that the school had grown from 3 to 13 departments, and in a 10-year period, enrollment in the agricultural programs had increased 120%. President Walton did not ignore the indisputable need for additional buildings, and the design of a memorial statue gave way to the idea of a service building. Dean Kyle envisioned the Animal Industries building to influence future agricultural and livestock leaders of Texas who passed through its doors, while remembering the pioneers who accomplished such success in spite of every conceivable handicap and disadvantage. Dean Kyle secured the endorsement of Texas's cattle community and local pioneer families, though with the onset of the Depression the building was delayed. It wasn't until the university received money owed to them from an oil well they shared with UT were funds for the building secured. Once completed, it was considered the highest standard in modern facilities regarding instruction and research work in animal husbandry and related matters. On December 10, 1936, before a packed auditorium at Grayan Hall, the Animal Industries building was dedicated to the pioneer livestock men of Texas, in memory of those who had gone before, who those are still living, and to those who will follow. At the time of the dedication, the School of Agriculture at the A&M College of Texas had the highest enrollment of any agricultural college in the world. To further honor the cattlemen of Texas, owners of ranches ranging in size from 350,000 to 550,000 acres were invited to brand their names into the wood paneling on the side of the building, giving it an authentic Texas feel. More than a dozen cattle brands were permanently marked into the wood, with many of them replicated in the ironwork on the doors of the building's main entrance. Dr. Frederick E. Gizecki and Samuel C.P. Foster were the architects behind the Animal Industries building. Together they would spark the greatest transformation the university had ever seen by adding 10 new buildings in just 4 years. With these additions, the university's main entrance would be moved from the west, which faced a train station that no longer exists today, towards the east in the direction of the newly constructed State Highway. These buildings are known as Depression-era buildings and are some of the most striking structures on campus, owed in part to their vibrant color and elaborate decoration. They were designed to impress students and visitors with the institution's wealth and power. Animal Industries was assembled with the assistance of President Roosevelt's Public Work Initiative and is one of the most historically intact buildings on campus. When the building opened, its occupants consisted of animal and poultry husbandry, wildlife research, and genetics. It contained a wool laboratory, a small animal laboratory, and a meats laboratory equipped with facilities for killing, chilling, curing, and storing meats. As the Clyburg Center and Rosenthal Meat Science Center on West Campus have been developed, the animal and agricultural sciences have migrated there. The building has had two interesting wartime uses. During World War II, the building's meats lab contributed to the war effort by donating over $300,000. Money raised through the slaughtering, processing, and selling of 4 million pounds of meat. In the late 1950s, the building housed one of 22 fallout shelters on A&M's campus capable of holding 180 people as well as emergency provisions. From 1976 to 2015, the Department of Ecosystem Science and Management occupied the building. Today it is undergoing its largest renovation while opening its doors to the Nuclear Engineering Department. Special care must be given as it may be eligible for addition to the National Registry of Historic Places. While the building has undergone many modifications, its monument and memorial to the pioneer men of Texas remains the same. No story of the building would be complete without mentioning the ghost that supposedly haunts it. In 1959, Roy Sims, a meat lab instructor, was routinely cutting a slab of bacon. His assistant stepped outside. When cutting towards himself, Sims' knife slipped and he accidentally severed his left femoral artery and vein and bled out on the basement floor. He was not wearing a cutting apron. According to legend, the ghost of Roy Sims now haunts the building. Sightings and voices have been reported. Laboratory equipment is often mysteriously rearranged and wind can be felt whipping through the sealed building. Custodial workers remind the staff to leave the elevator on the basement floor so that at night the ghost of Sims could use the car. Whether or not he'll choose to disturb the nuclear engineering students, only time and superstition will tell. It has been said that architecture is a visual art and the buildings speak for themselves. This can never be more true than that of the Animal Industries building. Although those whom would most likely appreciate the grandeur and significance of this building now reside on West Campus, where the majority of the animal sciences have been relocated, this building is still a reminder of Texas A&M's roots. So for those of us whose studies confine us to the main campus, we have the Animal Industries building to transport us back to the pioneer days, to the reason A&M was founded, and to those before us who persevered with extraordinary energy and commitment to make Texas A&M one of the nation's premier universities of today.